It's week 11. We got buys, we got injuries, we got guys who are underperforming. We need sleepers. Who are those guys that we need to be paying attention to this week? Florio, who is your sleeper for this week?
I'm going to go with Darius Slayton from the New York Giants because he's been playing really good football as of late. He's been averaging over 12 fantasy points per game in his last 5 games. He's getting the Lions, who give up a bunch of production through the air. And even if the Giants look to run the ball and rely more on Saquon Barkley, Slayton is the big play threat there, so he could have a good fantasy game even on a limited volume.
I'm going to go with a Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver, somebody that you know. No, it's Justin Watson. No, listen, Justin Watson, who I know a lot of you are probably thinking I was going to say Kadarius Toney, but heaven forbid those people would come into my mentions and be like, Kadarius Toney was picked up 18 weeks. I got it. So go with Justin Watson. We've seen an increase in production. He played 45 snaps last week, which was his most maybe ever. So I want to be a part of this offense who, over the last 3 games against the Chargers, has thrown 8 touchdown passes. So if you're in dire need of a wide receiver, the waiver wire is barren, I implore you to take a look at Justin Watson.
Well, I'm looking at a rookie wide receiver who has the same last name as his quarterback. That's Garrett Wilson. Yes, he's playing the Patriots. I understand that defense brings a lot of pressure. Matt Judon is crushing it. However, in their last matchup in Week 8, he had 115 receiving yards. I actually think that number could necessarily not quite as high, but he could reach the end zone in this one because in order to get away from pressure, you need to use short passes. Garrett Wilson's been lining up all over that formation, and I think he's used tons of targets.
Well, we don't always talk about sleeper defenses, but I got one, and that is going to be the New Orleans Saints. And I know they've underperformed this year, but a very good matchup against the Rams. I mean, let's just game this out. The Rams offense, well, it's been bad. Cooper Kupp, he's good. The problem is Cooper Kupp is hurt, so that means the Rams offense is going to be worse. There are only 4 teams in the league that have given up more sacks than the Rams, only 4 teams that have had more giveaways than the Rams. This seems like a good opportunity for the Saints to get on the good foot and put up some fantasy points for you. You want information like that and a whole lot more, plus a little bit of fun and some weirdness thrown in, be sure to check out NFL Fantasy Live every single weekday.